The gist of taqwa, which is God-wariness, God-consciousness, is fulfillment of the commandments and the avoidance of the prohibitions, both inwardly and outwardly. In other words, that fulfilling injunctions has to be an inward experience as well. I'm not just doing it because of Islam. I'm now doing it also because of Iman. And what happens in many religious cultures, and there's certainly one that most people are very familiar with in the Middle East, where outwardly things look like they're running according to Islam, but inwardly there's a very different story. And this happens when you impose an exoteric Islam without concerns for people's internal states. And so you have a religious police that make people pray. Right? And this is very alien to the Islamic tradition. But unfortunately part of the modern Islamic tradition. And then he says, thus its aspects are four in number, inward and outward, obeying and avoiding. And then he says, and this for the salik. Now the salik traditionally in the Sufic terminology was somebody who set out on the path of self-purification. And then he says, now how do you really do this? Lower the gaze from what is forbidden. The eye. The Quran says, إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادُ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. The eye, the ears, and the heart, the human being is responsible for them. That we've been given these gifts and we're responsible to guard them and protect them from things that are, one, things that they should not be involved in, and two, things that will harm the heart. The eyes and the ears are considered the inroads to the heart. And the heart, according to the Muslims, is like a city. And it's protected by the boundaries of the seven limbs. The feet, the hands, the mouth, the ears, the eyes, the stomach, the genitals. That these are the inroads to the corruption of the city. And the city in its essence is pure. And that if we do wrong actions, we begin to corrupt the heart. And the Prophet said that there is a black spot on the heart. And some would say this is, similar to the Christian religious idea of original sin. There is an idea in the Islamic tradition that there is, within the human being, potential for darkness. That there is a black spot on the heart. If one does wrong actions, it begins to grow, right, metaphorically, until the entire spiritual heart becomes black. So there is an idea that the heart can grow black. And this is what you call, in our tradition, a black-hearted, hard-hearted person. Somebody who's just done so much wrong that the heart has become opaque, that light does not penetrate that type of heart. Many people like that in this world, unfortunately.